Okay, welcome back. In this video we're going to be talking about decomposition. Now, I know some of you aren't big fans of decomposition, that's fine. It is a strategy that's going to be used on many trinomials in this course and beyond. It's going to be coming back in grade 12 as well. So, to start off, we want to kind of ask why. Why decomposition? Well, we see this number that's not a 1 in front of my x squared. It's a 6. That kind of tells me something's up. So I am going to try to look for a common factor, 6, 1, and negative 15. I don't see one. So that tells me I'm going to have to use decomposition on this thing. I can't use my product sum strategy. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 6 times negative 15. That's going to give me negative 90. Now, that tells me I'm going to need two numbers to multiply to give me negative 90 and add up to 1. So think a second for those numbers. You should get 10 negative 9. Now, it's kind of intuitive. They multiply to a negative, so that tells us that one of them was negative. They add to a positive, that tells us the bigger one is the positive. Okay, now for the decomposition step. First thing, 6x squared and negative 15 are going to stay the same. Okay, nothing changes there. The decomposition part is I'm going to break this x into a 10x and a negative 9x. Now, we're not allowed to break math here. You should always be able to go back up to the previous step. 10x minus 9x is x. That's fine. Now, here we're going to break into two separate groups and common factor of each one. So I'm going to look first at 6x squared plus 10x, and then at negative 9x minus 15. So the first thing I'm going to look at, 6x squared plus 10x. I'm going to try to find the greatest common factor. Now looking at that, I can see I can pull a 2x out of both terms, which is going to leave a 3x and a 5. So 6x squared divided by 2x is 3x. 10x divided by 2x is 5. Next up is this negative 9x and the negative 15. First thing, that negative on the x needs to come out. So I'm actually going to factor out a negative 3. So factor out a negative 3, it's going to leave a 3x plus 5 because we divided out that negative. Now, big thing here in decomposition, you need to have the same thing in these brackets, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look, what do these two things have in common? Well, they both have the 3x plus 5 in common. So I'm going to factor that whole 3x plus 5 out. Take that out. Now looking, that's going to leave, once I remove the 3x plus 5, I'm going to leave a 2x plus that negative 3, or 2x minus 3. That's it, guys. That's questions done. Decomposition. Now we could quickly check. We can multiply this through using distributive property. Sorry. So 6x squared minus x plus 10x minus 15 simplifies to 6x squared plus x minus 15, which is what we're looking for. Okay. So now for a bit of practice. I put 4 questions up there. Pause the video, take a shot at these, and I'll be back with the answers. And there are your answers worked out. So let me know as always if there's any issues, and please do contact me. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.